that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, well, hello. Welcome to Cafe Anyway and Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, at the last place on earth. It's Mike Matthews sipping some coffee. Because we gotta get underway. Gotta get going. Yay. Today, it's Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster, plus
Mike's Daily Podcast.
the return of the much-loved news segment, Do You Know Dat? And possibly even Addendum with Kevin.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Lots going on this Friday, and the big news on the debate is Trump is endorsed by Ben Carson, and he tried to abate the perception he's a blowhard by toning down his yelling. Anything to make sure Cruz doesn't give us 4 years of high-pitched yelling. Yes, I used the same word twice, but it seems to fit.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The Republicans. Meanwhile, the new Captain America trailer showed that
Mike's
they've got Spiderman
Daily
and Ant-Man
Podcast.
and the Iron Man
Yeah!
and the I look good in tights with my shirt off man. It's going to be another superhero summer. Bummer. I guess it'll be good. With all these movies, I end up watching them later on Netflix, or if someone gets it to me illegally. Oh, I'm not going to say who, but there are many ways to get the illegal downloads. I did not watch the debate, but I did hear the clip of Trump going, okay, we all got to work together. It's all going to be fine. Everybody calm down. And the fact of the matter is he's going to win. He's going to win the Republican. Everybody knows this. Any money that is being pushed towards Cruz or Rubio or Kasich, it's just a waste. A waste. Who is actually still thinking these people have any chance? And Ted Cruz would be... Can you imagine that? Well, I believe America needs to be strong again. We're an embarrassment to the rest of the world. Do you really want that? I know my voice is not exactly the deepest, most robust voice in the world, but look, who just walked in. Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. Hi, how you doing?
It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
Yeah, Trump's gonna be winning it. These guys just need to get the heck out of the way.
Yeah, but, Americans need to feel like that person actually did go through fire to get the nomination, so. And there's still so many Republicans dumping so much money to try, because they don't like Trump. He's not a total establishment. We've heard this all the same. But this is the way of the world. All over the world, there are people are upset with the way things are. Particularly, the xenophobia is running rampant across the earth right now. A lot of leaders that have a xenophobic tendency are being put into office, even in Europe, like Sweden and Belgium and Germany. Oh, look who just walked in. But I probably should leave off with Germany and a xenophobic leader. But anyway, they've got elections coming up next week, and the party that apparently is in the lead right now has more sort of close the borders type tendencies. I hope that's only as far as the Germans go, as you know. Angela Merkel. And Angela Merkel seems tired right now with all the stuff she's gone through in her years trying to keep the EU together, and the Germany and all that. Oh yeah, somebody else walked in.
Hello, Mike. I make the root beer. I'm the Brewmaster. Oh boy.
Brewmaster, yes. There you are.
I like root beer.
Yeah. Nobody really drinks root beer anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do. They put lots of alcohol in it and they drink it.
Ah, the drink that will outlive us all.
Look, what I was saying about Trump was He's going to win.
And then what is it like? Were you a big fan of The Apprentice and stuff, and you can't wait to see him on the news all the time? And
yeah, it's going to be like The Apprentice, 24 hours a day. It's going to be the best life. I love it.
So we went from, let's just recap with the Disgruntled Fiddle Player. At one point, he wanted Michelle Bachmann to win.
Bachmann Santorum Overdrive.
Yeah, that's what he wanted, the Santorum guy to win. And then it turned out to be you wanted Ted Cruz and Rand Paul to win, and you wanted Rand Cruiser.
Yeah, but then Ted Cruz's voice, like you were saying earlier. And then Rand Paul dropped out. So it's Trump. Trump.
And when have we had... So, you know, that was the thing I was going to say was... You can throw as much money as you want to try and get Trump to stop. But it is a movement. Like movements all across the world. And some movements, you just got to let them run their course for a little bit. You know, keep reins on it. But you can't, like, fully stop it. Because if you stop it, then it'll pop its head up somewhere else. Instantly. So, Trump... If he gets elected as the Republican candidate, and who knows, maybe even president, you've got to. We'll have him. We have the American government's got two other bodies. If Trump is running now, what are the chances of the Senate or the House of Representatives becoming more Democrat, as far as the people in office in there? That'll be interesting to see if the Democrats pick up more seats. But let's move on to this other topic here on the Mike's Daily Podcast with me, Mike. And I would like to say that we have a segment called Do You Know Dat, where we will look at an interesting story that I have right here. Because, you know, I put up a lot of flyers all around the Bay Area saying that my show is local and I have local topics, and I will have a local topic on Do You Know Dat. So I am true to my word. Yay. So we'll get to that in a moment. Just want to remind you that mikesdailypodcast.com is a great website to go to. I'm in the process of leaving the website company that I was using because they've jacked up their rates so much. The same reason why I left Anthem, because they jacked up their... Anthem is our local health insurance here in California. They're actually based out of Oxnard, where I lived for many years and went to high school. But their rates are out of this world, so I've left them, and I'm going to leave this web company when my whatever the contract ends, and so hopefully that will stay online and there won't be any problems. But that's mikesdailypodcast.com with links to Amazon. If you're going to buy anything on Amazon, go through the link there at mikesdailypodcast.com, and whatever you buy, we get like a little bit of a percentage of that, which that helps the show out. So you're like supporting us, and that's awesome. And then there's also the PayPal if you want to donate and become an Inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster and get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters, like Benita, for example. Yeah, I'll say hi, even though I'm kind of shy. Do you see? You're wanting Hillary to win, right? Yeah, go Hillary, and her beautiful blonde mane. And you and the Disgruntled Fiddle Player disagree about that and fight it out in the bedroom, so to speak, with your love. That's right, Mike. We love our problems away. And on the last show, I think we heard about how Floyd the Floorman and John Deere the Engineer also have political discussions in the bedroom. So I guess that's a good place to have them. It helps out through your relationships, political discussions in the bedroom. Bathroom, I'm not so sure. But what do I know? The website, mikesdailypodcast.com, also has links to where to catch a show on the social media world, the Facebook, the Instagram, Tumblr, etc., Twitter. You can find the links to all those at mikesdailypodcast.com, plus all the past podcast pictures, lots of plosives in that phrase. And you can catch all the past shows. And Haley singing a whole bunch. Oh, we didn't get to the Haley moment of the week. Let's do that right now.
The Haley moment of the week.
And now the useful review with Haley of Zootopia?
Zootopia is a lovely family adventure featuring some animals in a large city known as Zootopia. The year is 2099. The world as we know it no longer exists.
Oh.
It has been plunged into a dystopian environment where all humans are dead and animals rule the world. Actually, it's not. It's a fun little place where all the animals have basically evolved to live sociably with each other.
Oh!
And that's what it is. You got a bunch of walking, talking animals, and there's this one bunny who's like, I'm gonna be a cop, and then her parents are like, don't be a cop. And she becomes a cop anyway, because, down with the man.
Yay, all right, Haley. Okay. And yes, we are going to be off about a week due to my other job taking up a lot of my time. I won't be able to do the podcast, and Haley won't be on and all that. So the show might be off for about a week. But you can get caught up on all the past podcasts. Oh, we've done 1,047 shows so far. So lots to listen to and fun. Yes, and past interviews, too, that I've done as well. Those can be found at mikesdailypodcast.com. And the wonderful radio station that I'm on the weekends, Country Crossroads Radio. In fact, I'll be helping intro a brand new show. We're going to do a warm-up party for a show called The Wood Songs Live Radio Hour, where we got a lot of cool musicians that you'll hear live, and I'll be playing some music from artists that are going to be on that show. Links to all that at mikesdailypodcast.com. Now, let's get to Do You Know Dat?
It's Bison Bentley's Do You Know Dat?
Hey, this is Bison Bentley, and Mike Matthews has a couple of stories that'll make you want to ask yourself, do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know that?
Locally in the Bay Area, we got this wonderful thing called the Little Free Library. One just opened up close to my house in Podcastro Valley. I'm so excited about. It's a little house with like a little glass door, and through the glass door you can see the books that people have donated. A lot of them, classics, some that maybe you've heard a lot about that you have not read yet. And you can just feel free to take one and then replace it at some point. But the What's Happening Tri-City Voice, which is not too far from us here in the Fremont area. It's actually close to Lake Elizabeth, which is the podcast picture. Oh, let's get to the podcast picture right now, as a matter of fact.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Yes, the podcast picture is of Lake Elizabeth in the morning. So beautiful. This was taken actually yesterday. So it's a fresh picture and beautiful. Lake Elizabeth, very close to where I work, and also the Tri-City Voice. So now that I've plugged that paper a whole bunch, they did feature this cool article about Little Free Libraries, which started in 2009 in Hudson, Wisconsin, when Todd Ball built a small model of a one-room schoolhouse as a tribute to his mother, a teacher who loved to read. He put it on a post in his front yard and filled it with books. His neighbors and friends loved it so much that he built several more and gave them away. Rick Brooks, a youth and community development educator, noticed Ball's handiwork, and together they started the LFL initiative. The mission was simple: to promote literacy and the love of reading by building free book exchanges worldwide, and to build a sense of community as we share skills, creativity, and wisdom across generations. Now, in the downtown Benicia area, about an hour and change away from us north of us, is in Benicia, there's somebody has put up little poetry houses, which are sort of the same, only not the fancy little wooden structures that are put on posts. But it's actually just like little plastic, kind of, I forget what it was, like a little house or little something that they put papers in, and they're little one sheets with poems on them that are written by local people. But as word spread, the demand for more little libraries grew. Ball and Brooks brought on an Amish carpenter by the name of Henry Miller as their primary craftsman, who liked using recycled wood for his creations. In 2012, Little Free Library was officially established as a non-profit. Today, there are over 36,000 Little Free Libraries worldwide, with over 150 scattered throughout the Bay Area. They're also in the Tri-Cities locations, including Fremont, San Leandro, Hayward, Milpitas, and Podcastro Valley. A key to the success of the program has been the dedication of those who start their own LFL, known as stewards. Their love of books runs strong. One of these is Chris Sando, a volunteer at the Fremont Main Library who obtained her master's in library sciences from San Jose State in 2010. She lives just down the street from the Niles Library, which is only open one day a week. She loved the idea of having an LFL in her front yard that would be open 24/7, so in 2015 she erected her own, complete with solar lighting. It's been very, very popular, she says. Each LFL is unique. Stewards have the option of ordering a kit online or building one from scratch. Some have even been made from repurposed items like an old suitcase and a newspaper stand. Linda Cartwright, also a Niles resident, decided to put up a LFL to honor the memory of her mother. Says Cartwright, she shared her love of reading with me, and it seemed fitting to pass on that gift. My mom's from Copenhagen, Denmark. So as a way to honor her memory, the library is decorated with a Scandinavian theme. The take a book, return a book policy of these small collections acts as a neighborhood magnet, connecting people and strengthening communities. Says Cartwright, as I was putting the first collection of books in a neighborhood, a neighbor from across the street came over with a very excited daughter to donate a book and select one from the collection. Literally, the concrete was not even dry. Isis Chu, a junior at San Jose High School in Fremont, has a passion for reading, and she wanted to share this love with her peers. So the youngster began researching several literacy programs and happened upon LFL. She ordered a kit, and with help from her dad, this millennial built one in their front yard. It was a hit as their recent neighborhood block party. At their party, it was big. There was a great response. All these little girls are coming up to me asking about Nancy Drew, Jenny B. Jones, etc. It's nice to share them now with the new generations, says Isis Chu. LFL kits range in price from $150 to $500, and the $42 steward. And for $42, stewards can register their LFL online, which includes a charter sign, a number, and the option to add their LFL to a researchable online world map. There's also a Facebook page for LFL stewards, and last year a book came out on the subject entitled The Little Free Library Book. In it, the co-founder of LFL, Ball, is quoted with nearly 1,000 new Little Free Libraries going up every month. Little Free Library is spreading unprecedented growth. Yes, love aimed at a common cause. As stronger community connections form around free book sharing, the sweeter side of our shared humanity will expand like ripples across the pond. As we go across, I'm going outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. I think I'm word drunk right now at almost 18 minutes of chit-chatting. Well, perhaps Addendum with Kevin will start soon. We shall see.
Mark, snap out of it! You gotta keep going, man! It's your show!
That's right. These birds are singing to me. Our bird producer is yelling at me. Keep talking.
Mark, I make root beer.
Yes, Brewmaster, that's true. Have you ever been on Guy Fieri's show, which I watch constantly on the Netflix?
No, Mark, I ain't never been on there. Oh, boy.
Well, perhaps he'll put you on.
Perhaps he will. Perhaps I'll cut you.
You know, he's always driving up in his nice car to interesting places. And then he's full of energy. And he makes... Some of these cooks are so exciting. And he pops in all these little, like, phrases and quick little quips. And they're all... Some of them just all of a sudden come alive with their own little quips. And that's what I find hilarious. Oh, but this one lady he talked to who works in the Mission district of San Francisco, she's got some kind of cool Mexican restaurant of some kind. She was hot and spicy and funny, and he seemed to be falling in love with her as well. Ooh, and then he was in a Nashville food truck, and there was a really cute girl that he was talking to in there, some young 20-something, and she was just dreamy. Some of these cooks are... I think I have a thing for women that cook, as I guess most guys do, but I like the ones, too, that are really creative with their cooking. It's interesting to see what they do. And then I try and steal their ideas. And then when I try and recreate them, I fail. Oh, Addendum with Kevin?
Addendum with Kevin.
He's here!
Thank
he
you
just
much.
showed up outside here at Cafe anyway.
Yeah, I stand out here through the window and wave at you, waiting to be invited in.
But we're outside.
Yes, well, then I went inside to get a coffee, and then I came outside.
I saw... look at me trying to figure out logistically... Now, wait a minute. Let me plot this out in my radio show that's not real. Hold on.
Then the lightning came and you shook the big piece of construction paper.
Okay. Yeah, so he was waving to us outside the window. No, Kevin was saying, hey, you got like a lot of sound effects and stuff on your show. You're like legit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's how it's been.
I don't put that much work into the shows they pay me to.
And you know, I basically own all those sound effects.
You do not. Really?
I think.
Did you buy them?
Well, some of them are actually free. Yeah, they were all free.
Okay.
Like anyone can use them type thing off the internet.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Pretty soon we're going to have to make our own sound effects. Yeah.
Yeah, the different ones. Well, I don't know what that sound effect is.
Well, you can find out that like someone will own a toilet flush.
Wow.
So like we're gonna have to go get a microphone and like
flush.
Someone run over to the bathroom, go, everyone in here, shut up, and then flush it. And now we created that, we own it. There we go.
All the music on the show's me.
Yes.
All the piano that we don't hear now because we're outside.
Yeah. When did you learn how to play the piano? Was it when you were a kid or?
Yeah, my mom made me take lessons next door. There was a lady named June.
Oh.
June and Bill.
Well, I'm sure you appreciate it now, though. Because no one ever appreciates it when they're a kid. You're like, why does my mom hate me enough to make me do this?
But see, I cannot read music and play music. Like, here, Mike, here's some sheet music. Play Piano Man by Billy Joel. I can't do that. That's like too much in my brain, and I can't read the music. Mm-hmm. I can maybe read a couple notes, like that's C or whatever. But I like to kind of come up with it by hearing it, sort of by ear method.
I have to sit here and after like when someone's like, read this, I'm like, okay. I get a pencil and I say F D. I'm like, oh, great, I'll be able to play this in about I don't know 3 years.
Do you actually transcribe music?
When I used to play in high school, I used to play in the jazz band. So I can read tablature. I can just look at it and go.
Wow.
But I can't do it with sheet music. And of course, if you like tabs are like do you ever play guitar?
Is that with the grid?
No, it's with the numbers. So basically, if you play a bass, you have 4 strings. So you have 4 lines with the numbers on them of which fret to hit. So you can just kind of look at it and do it. You don't have to know which note it is. But if you want to be legit, if you want to be the real deal, they put it in sheet music. I'm like, great. You just made my life a lot harder. Thank you.
Oh, wow. So you play... when was the last time you played the bass?
A few years ago. I play my guitar every now and I'm dorking around. But that's about it.
Would you rather play the guitar and then and
bass is kind of lonely. You can't really do a lot of stuff with just the bass.
Yeah.
I'll just hear and go dum, 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 dum. Well, I guess it'd be great if I had a song to follow along to. But I don't have one.
And then Prince in the 80s, he just said screw the bass altogether, and he didn't have any bass he has a bass drum, but no bass in like when doves cry. It's like
Yeah, I was just thinking of that when you said that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, there's no bass line till that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in a lot of pop music, you have no bass. You have like a synthesizer bass hitting like just long notes, like wow.
Is that what that is? Okay.
But bass is very important though to give you that feel of to make you really dance. It really like hits you in the stomach and makes you want to dance and go. Ooh.
Well, I remember them telling me that it was like the guideline that like basically the bass was the guideline that like the rest of the band had to follow. So like when you were in jazz, you played the bass line and everyone had to play along to you. So that was kind of the underlaying.
Thus the name bass.
Bass.
The bass.
I'm the bass of the music. You're welcome.
Thank you, Kevin, for all your bass playing.
You're welcome.
I wrote down some notes here. Oh, iPhone flashlights. In the Haley moment of the week, Haley went and saw Zootopia.
Okay.
Haley said it's a good movie.
I heard it was good.
And there's a scene where there's a weird, bizarre product placement. And one of the animals is trying to find something with an iPhone. And is actually using an iPhone, but because it's not really an iPhone, and instead of an apple, there's a carrot with a bite taken out of it. But this animal's using the iPhone as a flashlight. And I thought about that. And I'm like, oh yeah, my iPhone has a flashlight. And it's rather simple to turn on. You just flip up from the bottom. Even my old iPhone 4, you just push up from the bottom and there's the thing.
Yeah.
I freaking need flashlights all the time, it seems, especially because I got to get up at 4.
Yeah.
But they're so helpful. And I love that because the little stupid little keychain.
If you need it for more than a minute, it's going to ruin your battery, though. I don't know about your phone, but yeah. Like, if you have, like, 50%, go look around. Like, when you, like, go take the trash out, you'll be fine. But if you need it for more than a minute, I have 15%. Wow, that's horrible.
That's a good note.
Yes.
And in Jarrell, who we work with, he keeps one of these pens that have like super bright light, pen light or whatever you call it. And it's also magnetic. Like he can just stick it to the back of it. Sticks like right out.
Jarrell is ready for the nuclear holocaust. In his cargo pants, he's got... Like, I can just, like, I do all the time, because I wear glasses, as does he. I was like, can I borrow a lens cloth? And he'll just go and open the Velcro pocket thing of his cargo pants. Like, oh, here we go. Scissors, wire strippers, mayonnaise, phone charger, flashlight. Oh, here it is, a lens cloth. I'm like, wow, aren't you just Johnny McHelpful? But, I mean, hey, it works.
We were discussing Germans and their lack of sense of humor. Who was the comedian that talked about
Patton Oswalt?
Oh. And it's true, they have no sense of humor. What's something Patton said about it? Like the strudel thing?
The strudel pipes. Yes. I believe, I want to say it was Berlin. It may not be. So how they had these really big pipes that go kind of throughout the city, and they're large pink pipes. It has something to do with an aqueduct or a reservoir on the other side of town. They need to ferry water from one side to the other. And they're doing a walking tour, and he just makes a joke. He goes, yes, those are the famous Berlin strudel pipes that put the strudel filling right into people's home, and you can just open the tap and fill your strudel with it. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
He does that, like that little kind of a stinger.
Yeah, like as a joke. Like he even did the whole da-da, like to indicate this is a joke.
You just did the McDonald's theme, by the way.
No, I did not.
The jingle. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. I'm loving it is a different one. Okay, yeah, okay.
And he said,
da-da-da-da-da. That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Mike's really hungry, so he's waiting for the GM to bring us breakfast, and it's just in his head.
The GM. Oh, side note. Can we sidebar?
Sure,
Your Honor. Yesterday,
we approach to the bench.
Yesterday, you were there. You and I were talking about this exact topic, and all of a sudden, the general or our operations manager says, "Hey, after lunch, I need to have a meeting with you." And I hate that. Instantly, I have PTSD of Alabama. I had to drive all weekend long the stupid truck that they bought me, or they didn't buy me. The company bought for the radio station to promote it. It was like a truck big, Kenny Chesney's huge face, Carrie Underwood, Garth Brooks, all on this thing, and I had to drive it all around. They're like, don't drive around this weekend with your car, drive with the truck to promote it. My ex-wife was hating me. She's like, why are we driving in this stupid, horrible truck? We can't park anywhere. Hey, but we could carry crap. Like, we put our bed back, when we had to buy a bed, we put the bed in the, all kinds of crap.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not paying for gas in this thing, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so...
Okay, there were benefits.
You're getting around for free.
I'm setting up the fact that I was super tired that Monday when I came into work.
You could have taken off-roading.
Yeah, I shoulda.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But let me tell you, once I got back into my View, because I had my Saturn View back then, I was like, oh, this is so much nicer.
Manageable.
Yeah. So I get to work, and as I'm pulling up, I see there's two sales guys. They were the sleaziest little yes men.
The Herb Tarlex of the world.
Yes. And they're smoking their cigarettes because it's Alabama and everybody smokes.
It's healthy back there still.
Yeah. It's good for your lungs. It enhances it, makes you breathe better. And I'm pulling up, and they're like, immediately they put out their cigarettes and they go inside. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I walk into the front door. First person to meet me is the HR guy. He was a super nice guy. And he goes, hey, Bill needs to see you.
Nothing good is happening.
The general manager was Bill. So that, and then I went in, and they're like, well, we got to let you go. We're going a different direction. And I didn't even know my replacement was actually in the building at the meeting.
Oh, God.
Waiting for the meeting, for the manager's meeting. Because I was coming in to go to the I hated that manager's meeting. It was like everyone gets thrown under the bus at that meeting. It was horrible. They let me. The good thing is, though, and this is Cumulus, by the way, they go, hey, you can go. I said, I have so much stuff on my computer in my office, like imaging and stuff, and actually some sound effects that I even used today on the show. Can I come back? And they let me, come back with an external hard drive. That was great. Anyway, I had to flash back to that yesterday when he said that. So, because then all of a sudden I'm hearing it build with levels, this meeting at lunch yesterday. Because I
wasn't there for that meeting, unfortunately.
One of our wonderful coworkers makes enchiladas, which her name's Lana, so they're called enchiladas.
And they were delicious. Oh, my God.
Haley came up with that name. So we're doing...
I have utilized it, though.
Kevin has tried to claim it. No, somebody...
No, I'm not going to Columbus his idea. Where you just show up and say it's yours. But much like Columbus, I'm making better use of it than he did.
Or, as you put it, I'm not going to Carlos Mencia his idea.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to Carlos Mencia.
So we have this once a month, this lunch, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing the general manager who you mentioned earlier, who's going to bring us breakfast on Fridays. He brings us breakfast. He's so nice from some wonderful fast food eatery.
Like they're giving him a white tablecloth in the bag. Here you are, sir. It's 5 a.m. And enjoy your chalupa.
And the GM puts his hand on my shoulder and goes, Mike, we need to talk to you after the meeting. And my stomach is just sinking as I'm eating these delicious enchiladas. And so I'm like, oh no. And then we go to the meeting, and it was nothing. Yeah. It was just like some little technical thing. I'm like, which I thought we should be doing anyway.
Well, remember what we have to do is, instead of signing the paper on the left side, and you sign on the right side. No kidding. That's me. The short answer is, and if you ever sign on the right side for another thing, sign on the left side. Really? We had to be drawn into a room like I'm gonna be handed all my personal effects and given a banker's box to walk out with. I don't wear makeup, like mascara running down my face. It's over. The dream's over.
I thought it was something like, Mike, your podcast. You actually broadcasted it over the
over the air,
over the internet radio station.
We finally have some ratings. Wait, I didn't say that out loud. Crap.
No, the internet radio station does great. Anyway,
can you insert the crickets chirping right there? It's in the cart wall. I'll get it for you.
No, I haven't my own. Hold on. There. Crickets for you.
Or how about the circus theme?
Okay, now you're asking too much of me.
I am.
But we did have crickets suddenly appear outside here. And the last thing... Oh, I think we covered it all. Oh, Trump. I just want to say about Trump. Oh no! Wait, back to the Germans.
Oh yeah.
So what ended up happening was that German, when Patton Oswalt did that, said, "No, these are for the water."
Yeah, these are for the aquifer outside of the city. And he makes a point. He goes, I think I know why they don't get jokes. It's because of the Holocaust. They just go around stepping on jokes. They know that everywhere lies some snarky remark about, hey, your grandfather, the Nazi!
Yeah.
So he's like, so they have to just step on every single joke, make it super literal. Now they just stay out of,
Now I'm going to go German on that joke.
Okay.
That explanation. And actually tell you the reason why is Germans look at words different than us. Words work. And they actually call a pun instead of, we call it a pun. It's a pun.
Yes.
It's a ha-ha funny word.
Yeah.
It sounds like a little short guy named Pun that walks around and punches you in the balls or something.
Little midget guy who smells like cinnamon.
I'm Pun. I also sound like Ted Cruz. Pun! And punches you.
Oh.
Punch comes from pun. I don't know.
It's like, wow, look at you, the linguist.
But Germans call the puns work words. So there's no fun in any of the things. And I actually went on a date with a very hot German lady.
Oh, yeah.
And we were having this discussion. God, she was hot. Damn, I wish that would have worked out. But she went back to Germany.
Oh, well.
Anyway, but Germans are fun other than that. They can joke around. They joke around. Their humor is bizarre and hilarious, and it's like Sprockets. I don't know if you ever saw Mike Myers when he did, hello, welcome to Sprockets. Now we dance.
Now's the time on Sprockets, when we dance.
Oh, there's our food. Yay!
Oh, should we?
Okay. We're going to get our food. Oh, he got us McGriddles. In honor of Trudeau, who visited us in the White House yesterday from Canada.
He did.
The hot leader of Canada. Who looks like he's 20.
Yeah. His wife is gorgeous, too.
Oh, God. But yeah, you know what? Even Kasich, who's not, I would not say handsome, his wife is hot. I was like, God, how do they keep getting... Rubio's wife. Oh my God.
I have not paid that.
Rand Paul's wife.
No, have not checked that one out either.
Time Magazine had a spread. Not a spread, but they were like, here are all the...
Have they really?
Yes, maybe it's online.
That's kind of like WAGs for government,
Exactly.
It's always like, because, athletes always are stereotypical. Super hot wives.
Right.
I got to sit one time when I went to the Giants game, and I got to sit in the same row as all the wives when it was like family day. It was the best time ever.
Wow.
And the thing is, when they bring the wives down onto the field, so they have to, they're all competing with each other.
Yeah.
So it became the battle of the tightest jeans you've ever seen in your life. And I won.
Kevin, you just painted a wonderful picture.
It was. It was light blue and very cleavagey.
What I'm telling you is if you had gone to the Republican debate last night and all the wives of those guys were sitting there, because even Ted Cruz's wife is kind of pretty.
Just so unfair in life. Guys are just crooks and jerks and everything.
Trump's got that Croatian porn star.
She's not a porn star. Wow, we know which way Mike leans. She's a porn star who murders babies in her spare time.
No. I didn't say... So, gosh, I wrote Trump down, but I don't know what I was going to ask you about Trump. Shoot.
About the debate last night, or...
I don't know. I think it's just interesting when we call someone by their last name. He's also known as the Donald.
Yeah.
It's pretty much... He's pretty much got it, I'd say.
At this point, it's hard. Well, we've got a long way to go still, but I mean, he's clearly the front runner.
But, what chance does Rubio or Kasich have? There's no way they can come up that far from...
I just learned about that guy. Kasich's the one from Ohio, right?
Yeah.
And I learned about him last night. I'm like, who's this guy on the dais?
Yeah.
You just feel so bad for the guy, because it's going to be on his tombstone someday. I tried to run for president.
And all that money that's being spent for these people is just being washed away. Yeah. But you know who the winner is? Is the media, is us.
Yes.
When we get the advertising dollars. Mm-hmm. All right, well, we'll wrap it up now. Anything else?
No, not really. Have a good weekend, everybody.
We had a blast at 21st Amendment last week.
Yes, we did.
That was that beer. What did I have again?
I don't remember.
It was the
now.
dark, the monkey something or
Monk's blood? Is that what I gave you?
You gave me a taste of the monk's blood. That's
Monk's
fantastic.
Blood was superb. I had one last night.
The coffee one that's got kind of coffee notes.
Manu's Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 11%.
Oh, I felt it.
It's really expensive too.
Wow.
It's like it's $10 for a 14-ounce pour.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not.
It was phenomenal. It must require a lot of things to make it.
It does. It does require a ton of malt. We have to get coffee freshly roasted. Yeah, it's not easy to do that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Special yeast. You have to brew a whole nother batch of beer first and then toss that beer. Not toss